Well, good evening and welcome to About the Valley. And my guest this week is Kathy Clark from Moxie Mobility. And we're talking senior games because she's a very big part of the senior games now, aren't you?
I am a big part of the senior games, yes. It's a big undertaking right now. We're rolling out all of our games. Last time we were here was in March when the games started.
Yeah, the game
It
started. That
was
was the winter games.
Yep, when it was the National Senior Games kickoff week, so we were up there to help to talk about it and help promote it. And here I am today
Yeah.
with Moxie Mobility Training, but doing this. I'm the sponsorship director for Mass Senior Games. So
Yeah, and these are more of the outdoor summer games.
yes, we're doing that.
Field and track, big one.
Yep. Yeah, June 14th is what our Super Sunday kind of thing. We're doing. I gotta pull it out because there's all these. This is how many games we have. We have all these, right?
Oh,
so
wow.
that's all of our events. 28 events.
That is unbelievable.
It is great. We just rolled out. We're rolling out cornhole May 3rd, which will
That's big. People are going wild over that cornhole.
Yeah. Well, and I hear bocce too, so we're doing a bocce demonstration in Holliston on June 9th. We're trying to figure that out. We thought we were going to have outdoor courts, and I think the Council on Aging where we're having it is doing construction, so that kind of it's probably going to be an indoor demo just to teach people. But I will tell you, the amount of competitive bocce players that are in this area, I'm amazed. I'm amazed. If anybody out there has courts that we can use, please call in. Give me a call, 508-450-6774, because I'm excited if we can find courts because we have players.
We have a large Italian-American population. They have bocce courts.
Are there Italian clubs, American clubs that we?
Yes.
Oh.
And any one of them will have a bocce court. I know there's one in Uxbridge.
Okay.
And but it's becoming a big event at senior centers as well. They new senior centers, they build outdoor courts, and that's one of the things they put in.
Well, I love that, and like with Moxie Mobility Training, like our big thing is to get people to move. This is why I came on with the Mass Senior Games, because it was just such a good fit into. Not only are people moving, but now there's the social connection to get out there, and if people want to either come in as beginners or just play for fun, or you can go on and be more competitive, right?
Yes.
So I love that.
The thing is, you're moving, you're getting out there, you're exercising, and staying young.
Right.
And that's the key to staying young.
It really is. It's not thinking about being old. It's thinking about just what you want to go have fun and play.
And don't you find that seniors today are acting a lot younger than their parents did?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think because there's a lot of, even like your show, Harry, telling people get out there and move, right? You don't have to sit home and watch TV and just wait for things to happen, because we don't know our expiration date.
Right.
So don't sit and wait for it.
No,
Like go out and live, go have some fun, go do your thing.
That happened to my father. I mean, he just stopped doing anything.
Yeah.
And he died in his he was probably 84, I think.
Oh,
I'm not far away from there. I'll be 78, but I'm more active than he ever was at 78.
There you go. Yeah, and we're healthier. We're doing more. We're understanding that it's not just all about working hard and then nothing. It's and we all know we need to enjoy our life as we're living too, and not just wait until we retire to do things.
Medicine does help keep us going.
Yes.
But you got to do it on your own too, and we get a reason to wake up every morning.
Yes, that sense of purpose is huge, right? And if you know friends or neighbors that aren't moving much, go over and say hi, because that social connection, now they're going to get up they have to get up and answer the door. Like there's one time to go get the little movement in, right?
They got to turn the TV off.
They have to turn the TV off. They may not understand the clicker, so, having a little figure that out time. But
the senior games, you got a tremendous amount of stuff going down.
Yeah, and I wanted to, so the June 14th that Sunday we have basketball, swimming, track and field, and power walking. We're also doing a safe PT screen, which is put on. It's a assessment that has been. Oh my gosh, I'm totally not going to remember the woman's name who created it, but it's it assesses people and how they're doing and helps with fall prevention and kind of like shows people where they're at, which I think that's so great, is to kind of know what our
You
ability
incorporate
is.
that in with the games.
We do, yeah, we do. We offer it there so people can come in and get screened and.
One of them that impressed the hell out of me is the hockey.
Oh yeah, that's going on. What's the date? It's still going on. There's 3 days left of the hockey tournament.
It's at the in Worcester, right?
Yep,
At
it
the
is.
ice rink on Lake Street.
No, it's not. It's Blount. Is it Blount? I forget what the name of it is.
I saw it there,
Yep,
and I mean these guys in their 70s,
they're
and
no
they're up and
joke.
down that ice.
They're no joke.
Oh my God,
No
they're
joke.
unbelievable.
It's so inspiring.
It is.
It's so inspiring. And I watched the softball tournament last year. I volunteered at it.
Yeah, those guys are unbelievable
Unbelievable. Diving for catches, sliding into plates,
Yeah.
like cracking that ball. It was so cool.
They're not thinking that they're in their 70s.
Nope. No, and that's the best. Like, just go out and play. Like, have
Yeah.
some fun. Okay, yeah, we kind of need to know our limits a little bit so we don't dive for a ball and, like, pop our shoulder out of joint, but just have fun with it. Do what you can. Stay as active as possible. And like, playing is fun.
Yes.
Like, going to, like, it's so much nicer to say, I'm going to go play pickleball versus that I'm going to the gym to work out, right? Because who wants to work? You want to play.
Doing calisthenics can be boring,
Yep.
but being in a competition, you get that challenge. You get
Right.
I want to win.
Right. And if you're competing, you're going to do some calisthenics to get yourself in some shape
Yes.
to do the play, right? But, it's more about the fun and being social, and now you've got a connection. And, I mean, you were talking about pickleball earlier. Look at how many... We're having an event.
Oh my God, that has taken off it's unbelievable how many people are into it.
Yeah, July 24th through the 26th, we're having our pickleball tournament at the Bossy Center in Natick, and we're hoping for 400 people.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. We have me with Moxie Mobility Training through the senior games have teamed up with Happy Pickleball, which is a nonprofit organization. Their mission is to get everybody playing pickleball. Every older adult should play pickleball, right? My love of that is that, yes, people are moving, but now I want to go in and kind of help with injury prevention. Because, it's not like you just jump into some sports if you haven't been playing in a while. There's you need to...
Yeah, you got to think about the fact that you could be hurt.
Yeah, so how do we prevent that? So
Yes.
the two of us are going to, at the June 14th event, we're going to offer a free clinic to come in and intro pickleball, what it's about, how to get into it, how to play, how to be competitive if you want to be, or how to not be, and still enjoy the game. And that's what I find, like, at the YMCA, the Gleason Family YMCA where I'm at, that, it's fun. Like, they're all different levels playing together and having fun. And, you don't, as a beginner, you don't want to jump in with the most competitive person, even though you think you may be able to hold up to them.
Yeah,
but kind of ease into
it'll disappoint you, and then you won't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, like, don't do that to yourself, right? So just get
Right.
into it, learn the game, learn the strategy, because it is different than tennis. I mean, we have a lot of tennis players that play pickleball, but everybody says it's a different game. And learn the strategy, learn how to work, learn that you're not supposed to run backwards, right? Because you don't have to, but it's more about kind of sliding sideways a little bit more.
Yeah.
Work those muscles, because how often are we walking sideways and backwards? Probably
Right.
not very much. So
No,
you want to...
because you don't need to, and you don't want to because you don't want to fall.
Right, but that's exactly why we do fall, because we don't, or a lot of the times, we don't have those muscles strong enough, so when we call upon them, they're like, you want us to do a what? You know, like we haven't been doing this in so long. So it's yeah, I think it'll be a really cool clinic, and it'll be fun. Happy's a wonderful guy. I just met him the other day because all I was hearing about Happy, and you got to meet a guy named Happy, right?
Yeah.
And now it's his. This is his mission, is to go bring Happy Pickleball to everybody that's an older adult. So, and then some, right?
You know, you say moving. I think that one we got advantage we got is back in the 50s we started dancing,
Mm-hmm.
not ballroom dancing, but
Yeah.
you know, rock and roll stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting moving around. And you don't even have to have any special moves. You just make your own moves, but you're moving.
Yes, and I love that you brought that up, because dancing reduces the risk of falls by 40%.
Wow.
Just by turning on some happy music. I mean, and think about what that does to our psyche too, right?
Yeah.
The other day I was cooking, and I was kind of stressed out, and I'm like, all right, I need to put calm music on. And I noticed that the calm music was not calming me down. It was, because that's not I'm kind of a headbanger. I kind of like the heavy metal stuff a little bit. So I found an alternative, and it was like a workout tunes kind of.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that made me so happy. And there's a time and place for calm music, but that was not my time or
Right.
place. And just by putting that music on, now I'm bebopping around the kitchen and happy and moving, but also, it's bringing the stress went away.
Yeah, you feel great.
Yeah.
I like to listen to rock music when I cut the grass or I work around the yard, because it keeps you moving.
Keeps you moving. You're not thinking about the yard work,
No,
right?
you're enjoying the
thinking
music.
it's a chance to sit. Because how often do you sit and enjoy music?
Right. Well, you really don't.
Right. So.
You're doing something else. Sometimes I do.
And that's okay. And we
But
should.
that's when I listen to calm music.
Yeah, but it's always like we're going somewhere, we're doing something, right?
Right.
Like I learned this with reading. I loved to read, but I was too busy. Like, when was I reading? So thank God for Audible books, because I can now, while I'm driving long distances, I'm in the car all the time. So I'm
You cover a lot of area.
I do. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not too happy about the gas prices right now, but I don't mind driving. I enjoy it. We talked about, I'd love to find you somebody up here to do our Moving with Moxie class, to get a balance class.
You're looking for someone. Yeah, that's a good point now. Give your phone out again, because who knows who's watching.
Phone number is 508-450-6774. We're looking for PTOT, CODAs, PTAs, therapists that might be looking to have kind of a side gig, or maybe looking to retire but want to keep their foot in the door. And
This would be with your company.
This would be with my company. Yeah, we have people come on as contractors, so it can operate wherever, and it's just for therapists that want to kind of
get them started.
Get back. Yep, get them started, get them the program, and then they can implement how they want to do it. Yeah.
And that could be done at senior centers, at nursing homes.
Yep, assisted livings. We do it at the YMCA.
Yeah.
That's a little different. We are employees of the YMCA there, but that's a way to do it. We are at over 55 communities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
great place.
So wherever, whatever, yep.
A lot of these places have what we call a room for an entertainment room of some sort, where everybody can gather.
Yep. Community rooms.
Community rooms.
Community
That's what I'm
rooms,
trying to think of. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's we just need a little bit of space, and we can do a lot of balance kind of things. We operate the classes. It's a little different than most stability and mobility classes. We offer it as dynamic balance. That's moving while you're trying to balance, and it's great. Like, it's fun. We pull out. We have some equipment from like what the kids use in school, because it's fun. It's fun colors. It's fun. Who doesn't want to walk across a balance beam? And we we just make it fun. It's more play. Like, how do we play? And it is challenging, or, but we meet people where they're at. We have people of, you could be in a wheelchair to you could be a pickleball player, and we're trying to increase your balance. So we just, wherever
Well,
people are at, we challenge them.
If you do enough training, you can get out of the wheelchair.
Maybe. This
In
depends.
some cases, not
Yeah,
everybody,
yeah.
but in some cases.
It can, it can make people stronger. It can make people more, we find what it's really doing is making people more confident. We are reducing the risk of falls. We do assessments every 8 weeks to kind of see where people are at. We're finding we can't prevent all the falls. We would love to do that, but but so many people, even if they've fallen, have been easier to get up. They haven't been stuck on the floor. They aren't calling lift assists as much from like the fire department or the police department. They are recovering quicker. So even if they bang themselves up a little bit, they know to check themselves out before they move to make sure things are okay. And then we're finding that they are recovering, and they're coming back into class to tell us about it. And they're not afraid that it didn't stop their life.
Right.
Right? They didn't get so afraid that they now are not going out. They're coming back for more because whatever we did with them worked, and they want more of it. So.
And don't be afraid to try it.
Yeah.
I think of myself. I'm saying, I'm going to be 78 years old. Can I rake my yard? I thought about that last year. Well, this year I did it.
Great.
And I was managed to do it. I just did it.
Well, and there's adaptive equipment too if things get tough, right? Like there's bigger rakes with 2 handles. There's, we would talk about body mechanics. Like you keep your feet wider apart so you're more balanced and supported. You don't try to do the whole yard and.
No, I didn't try. I did it in segments, but the thing is, I did it.
That's
and
huge.
I keep thinking, I'm not thinking I'm 78 anymore. I'm thinking like I'm 28.
Yeah.
And just try it.
Yeah, and I love that you broke it into segments because
Yeah.
so many times that's the thing that's people get depressed because they want to go out and do it in 2 hours, and then they can't walk the next day because it's the only activity they've done like that all year long.
Especially after coming off of winter.
And then especially after coming off of winter, where...
You don't do much at all.
Nope. And even then, we did a lot of shoveling this year, more than
we did.
more than we're used to. So that extra shoveling might have put us in better shape.
Yeah.
As long as we did it smart, because again, you don't go out and shovel all of that in 2 hours, right?
Don't try to do it all at once.
Right. Just break it up, because it's how we do it. If you were trying to train for as a professional athlete to train for, say, the Olympics or the marathon or whatever.
You don't do it all at once. You don't do it for a whole day. You do it in segments.
That's right. And you do it for a long time.
Yes.
You don't just decide to run the Boston Marathon and feel
No,
you're not going to feel
If you're going
good.
to run the marathon, what you do is a few miles every day, and every day you build a little more.
Yes, you train it up. You progress and you progress, right? I will tell you, in college, I walked 13 miles of the marathon. Okay, 20-something years old, right? I could not walk the next day because we fast walked, and we only did half of it, but oh my gosh, you can't just do that even if you're younger. You need to train your body. So imagine being older and not doing that in so long.
It's a 26-mile course, but it's not an easy one.
Nope. And we did the easier part. We didn't even do the hills and stuff.
Right.
We did the easier part, and I still couldn't move my hips the next day. It was.
That's like you have the New York Marathon. It's all on the same level, because New York is on right at sea level. But not the Boston Marathon.
Oh no, we're known for our hills.
Yes.
No, what is that? Heartbreak Hill.
Heartbreak Hill. Yes. Just before you get into Boston.
But so, what a great event. What a great event, yeah.
But that takes some training.
Oh,
I'm
lots
amazed
of training,
at some people that do the people that do it.
Yeah.
Even the ones that come in real late, they make that trip.
They do. People come from all over the world to run in it.
I know.
It's amazing. And to think that, I forget what the winner won this year, but it's under 2 hours or something like that. How the heck? I
How
couldn't
ca-
even run like a 14-minute mile when I
I
was
know,
training
isn't
in
it?
college. Like,
26 miles
yikes.
without, so they didn't stop.
Nope.
They kept on running.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And it's just like, in we're talking big scale, but just even bringing it down littler scale, like going out to the grocery store once a week. Like to some people,
Yes.
that's like running a marathon, but you know, break it into segments. If take a device that's going to help you walk so far and then take a break. Like just but keep it up. Like no one should really work hard. Like we shouldn't be super hard working at it, but it's okay to be moderately hard. Like
Yes.
because that's how we get in shape. That's how we stay in shape. That's how our it's
Know how far to push yourself
yeah.
and when to stop.
Yeah. A little struggle is okay. A little struggle is okay. Like it helps us learn how to do things, for sure.
I mean, I notice a lot of people today just walk.
Yeah.
And, they'll walk on a daily basis. I know I see people walking by my house in the middle of the winter,
Mhm.
why do you want to be even out?
Right. But being out like nature, being
Yeah.
out in nature and not in the house like that, it works our senses, right?
Yes.
Because when you have a quiet house and you're in here, when you go out, like people notice they get tired because they're out in all that sensory overload, right?
Yes.
It's like if you're in the hospital and you're driving home from the hospital, we always say you might not want to do anything else after the drive, just go home and relax, right? Because if you haven't been in the car, all of a sudden all of that input coming at you, like, and you're tired when you get home and you wonder, how can I be tired? I just drove 15 minutes from the
Yeah.
hospital. But it's because you haven't been used to a lot of that input. It's the
You've been in
same.
the hospital bed for the last couple of weeks.
Right. Or like being in your home and you're going on a trip with your family and you're exhausted from
Yeah.
just the drive to get there. Like how are you going to, walk if you're going to how are you flying to Europe and now walking up all the hill, if you haven't trained for it,
Well, especially if you're driving a long distance or flying a long distance, you're not moving your legs.
Right.
Then when you finally stop, and I can hardly walk.
Right. Well, and you're sitting, so it's really important if you're flying or traveling, and then try to get up and move at least every hour, even if you just stand up and sit down.
You gotta
know.
move in the aisle because
Yeah.
they got the seats so close now. You have no room.
I know it's tough. It's tough, and flying with mobility issues is no joke. But
Right.
there are, one of my many hats is travel agent. So there are wheelchair assistants at most. I would say at every airport. The flight attendants can help you with assistance to a point.
They'll get you in your seat and then store your wheelchair
Yeah,
away.
compression socks are important if you can wear them to keep the fluid down in your legs, so it makes it easier to move too. So yeah, there's I have a lot of tips.
Well, that's one reason people would want to contact you too. If you're going to be doing some traveling,
Mhm.
one reason to contact you. If you find that you're losing your mobility,
Yeah.
you keep people from losing it, right?
Yeah, we keep people moving and keeping moving as well and as much as possible, and because it's really the name of the game, like you said. It's just you got to keep moving. You can't.
Now, do you do a combined thing, massage and therapy?
When I was a therapist, I was doing the massage too, but not now. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But I recommend like massage therapy is great to keep muscles supple and not hung up. I did a big talk yesterday at one of the balance classes about we have fascia in our body. Do you know what fascia is?
No.
So fascia is like all of our connective tissue that holds all of us together under our
Right.
skin. So sometimes the fascia itself can get hung up. So something like if I had some tight fascia like in my thigh, it might affect something in my shoulder because it's just
Oh.
how the pull of the connective tissue
Yes.
is. So if it's hung up, like it's really important to keep all of that loose. Our posture is a big thing about how our muscles and stuff are moving. So if we lean forward a lot, some of that might get tight in the front, and now it's stretched out in the back, so muscles don't move correctly. They're not working with each other as well. Our back starts to hurt because we're using smaller
Yeah.
muscles, and that if that connective tissue kind of stays tight, it doesn't allow us to kind of get back into position.
Okay.
So massage therapy is huge. It's a big component. Like
I used to get a massage once a month,
mm-hmm,
and the masseur was at the chiropractor's office.
mm-hmm,
So I'd go from the massage to the chiropractor.
yeah.
It was great, but then she moved down to New Bedford.
Oh, she's down near me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
And so,
check that out.
and she was coming up for a while, but then she just ended the program.
Hmm.
So I got another one in town I gotta go to. But I like being able to go from the massage to the chiropractor. I still go to the chiropractor once a month.
Yeah, I have. So it's kind of like what comes first, the chicken or the egg, right?
Yes.
So is it important to loosen up the muscles so then the bone
Yes.
structure
You
moves
loosen up
better?
the muscles first.
Or is it better to move the structure first and then do the massage because now it's all going to stay in place
No,
better?
the chiropractor agreed with me. You get the massage first, so
Yeah.
you were
So
loose,
he can move it better.
and they could maneuver it around.
Hmm.
And yeah, I felt great after. I still feel good after getting adjusted.
Yeah, and I think it's not like we're all different. So what works for one person may not
Yeah.
be the same cocktail for the next person, right? But it's all about doing all of that together. I
Yes.
know a chiropractor down near me who I think he used to live in Arizona. And in Arizona, they had a chiropractor, a PT, and the medical doctor. And they would
wow.
all work together.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, it was orthopedic. An orthopedic doctor, a chiropractor, and a PT. And they would all work it was like the group would all of chiropractors, of PTs and orthopedics would work together to make the person move better, feel better, and reduce pain.
Oh.
And it really is, there isn't just one discipline that's going to fix us forever, right?
Right.
Like it's really a combination of using a lot of different disciplines, different exercises, different techniques to make us the best we can be.
Well, everybody sees my X-rays of my knees. I got really bad arthritis,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't bother me. And I think part of it is getting I take certain supplements,
Mm-hmm.
but also the fact that I go to the chiropractor.
Yeah, and the fact that you keep moving,
And I keep, oh yes,
right? Because when knees or joints in general start hurting, we stop using them.
yeah,
Understandably, but there isn't really. We have to look at why that's happened, because a lot of times if you have a knee that's breaking down, it's because the other knee started the problem,
uh-huh,
and then the one that's breaking down usually is the one that started carrying the load.
you did all the work after.
It did
yeah.
all the work, and now it broke down, right?
Yeah.
But we never really looked at the other knee to see why that started to happen. Could it have been a shift in our hips? Like, was one hip higher than the other? Like, we never really try to figure out why it happened.
Right.
We just want to fix it. We just
Yes.
want to fix. Make the pain go away, just fix it. But we don't really we don't go back and try to figure out why it started. And I think that's such an important part of staying well and moving is trying to figure out, like, where the body mechanics broke down. It could have been something congenital, it could
Yeah.
have been from an injury. It could have been, like my husband has one calf that's bigger than the other.
Oh,
It's not like a DVT, it's not a bad thing, it's just, but his one side
so
is
one
just,
does more than the other.
yeah, and it is the driving leg, so is it because
Oh.
he uses it more to drive?
Yeah.
I don't know. He said it was like that in when he was in the military, so, I don't know, like, was he favoring one leg? Was he, he was a strength and condition on the strength and conditioning team, so was it he was working out one side more than the other? I don't know.
You made a good example here about driving, like, because today all cars are automatic transmissions,
Mm-hmm.
so you only use your right for the gas and the brake.
Right.
But years ago, you had to use your left for the clutch.
Yep. So you were kind of working
Yeah,
it,
you're
you know,
working both, yeah.
working both.
You don't have that.
Nope.
Say, I mean, you used to have the dimmer for the blink. Your head high beams was on the floor too, so you use your left for that.
That's true. You had that button you used to push.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the left foot just hangs out.
Yeah, so now your left doesn't do anything. There's no need for it there.
No, and it's hard because you start to shift all to the right. You've got
Yes.
more weight on your right hip. And even like if you're leaning all the time to one side,
Right.
or you're driving with one hand all the
yeah,
time.
you're going to tend to drive with your right.
Yep. So you really want to make sure both sides are really just do the 10 and 2 because
Yeah.
now you're keeping yourself in a good posture and everything too.
Well,
But
that's what the insurance companies tell you. You should be 10 and 2 on the
2.
wheel.
Yep.
But yeah, we don't do that. We tend to.
Heck no, we're like, hey.
Yeah.
Driving, but and still like, like if you're driving with your elbow up on the window and the right hand's driving, well, if you're doing this a lot, guess what? Things are going to start shifting.
Yes.
If you're sitting on the same side of the couch all the time to watch TV, things are going to start shifting. If you're getting in and out of bed on the same side all the time, things will change, things will shift. So if you try to do it from the other side, it's hard. Like I had patients in the hospital that would come in that would always get into bed on one side, and then where their bed was in at the hospital, they had to get in and out of bed on the other side, and some of them couldn't get in and out of bed.
You couldn't adjust to it.
No, because they're not used to it. They could flip in no problem, not even thinking about it on one side, but the other side was like, how do I roll like this, right? So, and it's important to keep us even and doing the same thing on both sides, for sure.
How about with sleeping? Should you always sleep the same way?
No, and our bodies, like, when we sleep, our bodies adjust us.
Yeah.
Right? And if we get where we're not moving well, our bodies can't adjust us because we're stiff and we're not
Your
able.
body's doing a lot of things while you're sleeping.
Yeah, you don't even
think
realize.
You're sleeping and it's not doing it. No, it's fighting off infection. It's digesting food. It's doing a lot of things that you don't even realize you're doing.
Yeah, and adjusting pressure. Because you don't want to be in one position for more than 2 hours because your skin things start to break down.
So it's good that you move in bed.
Yeah, and even like if people fall on the floor, right? If people have a fall, some people fall and they panic and they might pass out, right? You don't want to be on a floor for very long. It's hard. It causes skin breakdown and muscle breakdown. So it's really important to try to move and get in a position, even if you get like a cushion from a couch underneath you, even if you can't get up off the floor. But it's that pressure adjustment. It's just so important to not be in one place. This is why when people tell me they are only sleeping in their recliner, I get really saddened because that recliner doesn't allow you to shift it all.
Right.
Right. It might be super comfortable, and people do tend to sleep better sometimes if they're having breathing problems and stuff like that. But really, if it's because it's hard to get into bed, you need to continue to be getting into bed because that little struggle to get in is so vital to keep your mobility.
Oh.
Because it doesn't take a lot of strength to walk, but so being upright and walking, like especially if you have a chair that lifts you up, right?
Yes.
You want to keep that leg strength where you're standing up and sitting down because you need it for the toilet. You need it to get in and out of chairs.
Yeah, you rely on that chair to lift you. You're not going to be able to lift yourself.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's really important to struggle a little bit to keep that strength.
Yeah, I find, like today, I had to put my cutting deck on my lawnmower. I had to get down on the floor of my shed to do it. I had a hard time getting down there. I'm worried about falling, for one thing, and you're going to move slow. But I managed to do it, and it was tough getting up, but I managed to pull it off.
Yeah.
But my head's telling me, Can you do this? Can you do this?
I know it doesn't. It always tells you things. It either
Yeah,
allows you to do too much or it holds you back from doing
Yeah.
more, right? And the best exercise to prevent falls is to get down and off the floor.
ah,
Because think about like what you just did. How many muscles were you just using, thinking everything was being worked on of how to get yourself on the floor?
right,
I will tell you part of what, without even knowing what you were doing, I would say part of it is some of your body mechanics, like how wide apart did you have your feet when you started to get down? You
Yeah.
know, like put a cushion down so when you go to kneel, you know it's not going to hurt your knee so much, right? Keeping pressure on your knees, like how often are we kneeling as we get older?
right,
And especially if you've had a knee replacement and the doctor's telling you don't kneel on your knees, I will tell you, you need to clarify with your doctor, can I never kneel on my knees, or can I do it, if I fall, can I get on my knees, right, and get up? And most of the time they will say, if you fall, they just don't want you like gardening or being on your knees for an
Right.
extended period of time if you've had them redone. But what I'm finding is from people that have had knee replacements, putting a little bit of pressure on their knees, the new knees, the new knee doesn't want to accept it because it doesn't know what it is.
ah.
So you have to train
Train to
pressure.
get used to it.
Yeah, and we find we do that in our balance class. We have a bunch of cushions or we have mats and we have people just kneel a little bit just to put a little pressure on their knee. And at first it doesn't feel so good, but like the third quick attempt, now they're able to accept it and it doesn't bother them. But it's a sensory thing.
Yeah,
Like the knee doesn't think that's a good idea, but it's not that it's not that it's bad, it just doesn't know what it is. And and how do you
but
do
the
that?
artificial knee is still not like your knee you were born with.
Nope, it's not. I have a lot of people that tell me it's just not my knee. It doesn't feel like my knee. Well, it's not.
No, right.
Like you're bionic. You have something in there.
That's why
now.
I go. I've been told by a doctor, maybe you got to get your knee replacement. No, I want to go as long as I can. If I can die with the knees I was born with, I'll be happy.
Yeah, well, and if you don't have pain, right?
I don't have pain, no.
Yeah.
So why do it?
No, and if you keep the muscles around the knees strong,
Yes.
you're keeping your structure of your knee healthy, and
Keep going, walk a little bit. Keep moving with them.
yeah,
Here again, the mobility. That's the fact. You got to keep moving.
keep moving for sure, for sure. It's
'Cause
really
it's
important.
so easy not to. It's so easy to lay down on the couch or sit in a chair all day,
Well, especially
especially a recliner.
especially the recliner. Like who
Yeah.
doesn't love that enveloping around you and
Yeah,
yeah.
it's so easy to do and fall into that position.
I agree. And it's that, or even if you're sitting at your computer working for a long amount of time, like it's hard
Yes.
because you want to get that project done. I'm actually guilty of this. I went in for a massage the other day, and they told me that my right shoulder is now forward of my left shoulder, so I'm getting a little torque on my spine. And I know it's from my computer and my monitor because when I sit there, my monitor's over here,
Yeah,
so I'm always kind of turned. I might have
keyboard's
the
off to the
keyboard's
other
over
side.
here, so that's
Yeah.
not working really well for me. And I know better.
yeah.
So it is. It has a lot to do with that repetition. We don't want those movements. It doesn't really do our body good. Sure.
You're into the situation like a doctor that doesn't take care of themselves.
That is totally me. I need
Yeah.
I need sleep and I need to exercise more for sure.
Yeah, you can
I'm
tell.
kind of
all
a hypocrite,
you-
right?
you
I'm
tell all
telling
your
everybody.
clients- you tell your clients what to do, and you don't do it yourself.
I know. I need to change that for sure. For sure.
No,
For
it's so
sure.
easy to fall into habits like that. And,
It is.
And we all have habitual people.
Well, and like we've got the Mass Senior Games sign up here. Like I think that's one of the best things that, I mean, there's many things that the Mass Senior Games is good for, but it's a good thing to have purpose to get out and go do. And I will tell you, like, some of these people that you know, they get together, but now they have friends, so they go play other places, and they go. I talked to one woman. She's a swimmer, and she tries to find the games in other states, and then her and like a group of people go to these other states, and they all compete, but they're all friends, so they all go meet up and compete in swimming and just have fun together. So having some type of reason why to get up is good. Do you always want to get up? No, but if there's somebody calling you and saying, "Hey, did you see the bocce? Let's go practice," you know, or something, like, now there's a reason.
Yes.
Right?
Like I said, I'd love to go out dancing, but my wife doesn't want to, but I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Just keep
And again,
moving.
dancing's so important. So important. And would she dance at home with you?
Not really.
Okay. Well, put
Not
your
into
music
it.
on and bebop around the house, and then find
I
someone
do
who
it
wants
myself.
to
I do my radio show here,
go. Mm-hmm.
and the director wanted to tape me one time. I'm
You're bebopping
I
around.
I'm bebopping around with my headset on.
Well, and think how we dance I have friends that take us. They're one just turned. Was she 79? We have been going to dances. We went to a Valentine's dance with them. We went to. She's president of the Cape Verdean Club in Falmouth. They had a dance there that we went and danced. It was so fun, and to see her dance. She has no balance problems, and she's out there and she's boogieing. But then when she starts to walk, she feels unsteady.
Oh, really?
Because she's not walking like she's dancing.
Yeah.
Right? Like you think about when you dance, your feet are apart, your knees are bent, you're kind of grooving into it, right? You can even move your head and you're not losing your balance. It's just
You're feeling the beat.
You're feeling the beat, and your body mechanics are good. They've got you. But as soon as we walk, we get really narrow, our feet come together, we don't move our arms, we lean forward, and we're wondering why we're unsteady. So if you want to get steady, just walk, like dance down the hallway, right? And I can even put her on foam pads and balance beams, and if she doesn't do it like she's dancing, she has a more difficult time. She holds my hand, it's like a lot of pressure. And she does it, but it's not as smooth. As soon as I tell her to start, like, think about dancing, she moves through it, her hand pressure lightens up, and she just kind of gets through it, like, with no problem. But as soon as she doesn't think like she's dancing, all of those bad little habits kind of click back in.
Well, isn't it important to move you around while you're walking?
Yeah, it's our counterbalance, for sure.
I mean, in the military, when you march, you move your arms.
Yep, and I use that all the time because people stop bringing their elbows behind them.
Yes.
And I think, what is it, 6 to the front, 9 to the rear or something when you're swinging, how they teach you to swing your arms, right? That's because it totally balances your opposite leg coming forward.
Right.
And so your arms counterbalance your legs, so you walk straight, you don't fall down, and it makes you walk quicker, too. It's power. Doing that with the arms, like think about a sprinter, right?
Right.
When you see a sprinter,
their arms are going
like heck, and they're usually pretty built, right? They've got big pecs, big biceps, because
they're always moving. Those biceps are moving all the time.
Right, and through the air. They're pulling themselves through the air with those muscles, right? Their legs are usually skinny if they're sprinters, right? They're muscular but skinny because they're using those fast muscles. But those arms do so much for them to make them move forward.
Yeah, if you walk without moving your arms, you're looking like the Frankenstein monster.
Yeah, or a penguin, right?
Yeah.
Like you kind of get this going, but you're not as balanced because you're off balance with every step. Because even that, just a little bit of a arm swing, and I see people walk like this, right? Which that doesn't really help us either. Because it's got to be a shoulder motion.
Yeah, that's like an exercise.
Yeah. I see some people walking like this, and I think they're confusing their bodies because which way are we going, sideways or forward?
This is the way to do it. And
this is the way,
that's what.
Because even if you just do it while you're sitting, right? You're just kind of marching. You can feel your back engaging, your shoulders kind of go back,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
When I sit at my desk, I'll move my legs up and down
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want them to get stiff.
Right. And that's so huge because just that motion.
Yeah.
You know, we tell people at PT, just kick while you're, like, if a commercial comes on, do some kicks,
Yeah.
wiggle your ankles,
Well, they
right?
got that device that with the pedals.
Yeah, I know. I
That
think
thing's
it's not
expensive. I think like $300 or $400 for that.
no, you can actually get them for 20 to 30
Oh yeah, without the motor.
without the motor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, without the motor is more work, right? So you're
Yeah.
doing more of it yourself. I like those things because if people are just sitting it and they like it, they're gonna bike, right?
Yeah.
I
Like riding
don't-
a bicycle.
Like riding a bicycle. I don't love it because now it becomes a trip hazard. Because if you're not that strong to try to pick that up, might knock you over. Or if people don't, or leave it there and somebody doesn't notice it in front of the couch or wherever,
Yeah.
now you trip over it. What I like to do with those is I actually like to put them up on the counter and have people do this with their
do it with your
arms.
arms.
Yeah, because now you have to stand up taller.
Yeah.
You're using your arms without hanging on to anything, so it's strengthening your back. You know, your legs you're standing for longer, which I really feel that we don't stand a lot. We either stand up and walk, or, like we stand up and go,
Yeah.
or we come back and sit. And we don't have that standing time like we used to do when we were younger with either like taking care of kids or cooking dinner or washing dishes, doing laundry, like all the things that kind of slide a little bit. We're not standing in place. And that standing in place for a period of time increases the stability in our hips and our back and our shoulders. And our neck too, like, right, to keep us upright. Because we're always moving. So we need that standing.
Is that a problem with today's youth? Years ago, when I was a kid, after school you hung out
Mm-hmm.
and you standed around.
Yep. Yeah,
But
not now. You're sitting around on
Now
your
they're
phone.
sitting on a computer or on their phone.
Right. Well, and it's I think, yes, for our kids that is probably a problem, but really for our older adults, we aren't standing much.
Right.
We either sit or we walk, or we sit or we walk. And then if we don't have that standing time, which is teaching us our stability and helping us stay stable, how are we going to be stable when we move? Because we can't even stand for very long.
Yeah,
Which-
but the TV brought a lot of that on too, right?
Yeah, but you can watch TV standing up.
Yes, but we don't. It's easy to sit down.
It's easier to sit down.
But if you had just the radio, you're up and walking around because you don't have to be staring at the box.
Right,
You can listen to the radio anywhere in the house.
right. You know what I suggest a lot of times is putting a puzzle, if people like to do puzzles,
Yes.
to have it up on a little bit of a high, not a dining room table's a little hard because you got to lean over, right?
Yeah.
But if you put it up like on a bar height counter and you do it there, it's like a perfect height to do the puzzle and...
Get a table on top of the dining room table.
Sure, yeah, like one of those puzzle tables so you can take it
Yes.
off and stuff. But yeah, just a little bit higher. You know, you don't want to be reaching high, but just where it's kind of arm level and you just can...
That also exercises your brain because you got to figure out which one fits.
You got it. Yeah, you can play solitaire standing up
Yeah.
at a counter. You know, like even at a kitchen counter would be a good height for that.
Yeah.
And just where you're just standing in place for a couple minutes. It's so huge. You know, you don't have to stand there for 10 minutes, but if you could stand there for 3 minutes, and you know, standing still is not so easy, right?
Right.
So standing for as long as you can, and what I find is it doesn't take long if you're not strong to all of a sudden you're feeling your back a little bit more, right?
Well, you haven't been doing that enough.
Right. So you start for a minute. If it starts to hurt before a minute, then you sit down because it's telling you we can't handle it anymore.
Yeah.
But the more that you do it and slowly progress, now
Well, it's
you're
like anything else. You slowly get into it.
Yeah.
Same with an exercise program.
common theme for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Start slow, progress slowly, And then before you know it, in a week where you might have been doing a set of 5 or something like that, by the end of the week, if you add 1 or 2 more each day, now you're doing a set of 10 to 15, right? So,
Huh.
but you just start it gradually. You listen to your body. No pain. We don't want to push through pain because that's only hurting our body.
Right.
And especially if you're doing an exercise and you find you can do 5 of it, but 6 and 7 start to bring pain on, your body's just telling you it's not ready for more than 5 right now. And then, like I said, muscles know no age. So if you do 5 and it works okay, the next day you will probably be able to do 6.
Yeah, your muscles really don't age, do they?
Not unless there's an injury or like a neurological problem.
Yeah. Including your main muscle called your heart.
Yes.
Keep it healthy.
Keep it healthy. Yep.
And keep it going. I mean, that's an amazing thing when you think about it. When your heart starts when you're born, well, before you're born, it's actually beating inside your mother.
It is amazing. I heard some statistic. I think there's something like we have 300 billion heartbeats.
Yeah.
Somebody actually counted like what the average was
Wow.
from birth to death.
It's amazing. And it doesn't stop.
No.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop.
Nope.
Oh. The only muscle in our body that does that.
Just keeps going. And our breathing, same thing, right?
Yeah.
Our lungs expand.
But
Like
you
we
can-
don't even
but
think
your
about
breathing
it.
can stop for a couple of seconds and you wouldn't even notice it.
Right. I think the system is still working.
But
You've
the
just
heart
told
never
it to stop.
stops.
Right. You're right.
Yes. We're going to wrap it up.
Oh my gosh, this goes so fast.
It
Thank you
does,
so
I
much
tell
for
you.
having me.
People that come on, they say, a whole hour? I said, you'll be amazed.
It is amazing. Every time I'm on, it always feels like it's been 5 minutes since we started. So thank you for having the Mass Games there on the screen. I appreciate that.
Yes.
And for promoting us. And again, with Moxie Mobility Training, I really appreciate you having us on. And
And we're going to try to bring the Mass Games more into Central Mass.
yes, we are. We want to build awareness.
Yes.
We really want to build awareness.
If anybody's interested.
28 events right here. Coming
all right.
up. What's our next one coming up? Like I said, we're ice hockey still here in Worcester for like 3 more days. We just had bowling in Worcester.
Where was the bowling?
I forget.
I'm not sure. Okay.
I wish I know we don't have where on here. We just had powerlifting in South Hadley.
Oh,
Coming up next is cornhole in Middleborough. I'll be there with doing that one. We have men's softball on the Cape for 3 days. That's going to be a great tournament. Up next then would be archery in Lunenburg.
oh.
That's
Yeah, you get some great
June
archers.
7th. Yeah. I haven't seen them yet. I have to go check it out.
Yeah, there's a woman that does it. She's unbelievable, and she's in her 80s.
Oh yeah. Did we tell you we went to the State House? I think that happened after we saw you. We went to the State House. We had over 30 of our athletes there with all their medals around their necks.
Oh, yes.
It was so great. It was such a cool experience. And we had Secretary Lipson, whose Office of Aging and Independence, come speak to us. And we were so in line with them. It was so cool. And we had several representatives come say hi. And it was really neat to be more in the political arena and getting recognition. So we're hoping to do more with that.
The senior games are getting more awareness.
We need to. Like, it's a great, we don't want it to be a secret, right?
Right.
It's too good of a thing to be a secret. And it's just, I just think it's a great thing for all of us. Either if we volunteer for it, if we participate in it, if we have sponsors, like, what a great way to bring community, to older adults. For sure.
So if you go to the senior games on the web,
Yep.
we'll get your whole schedule.
Yep. maseniorgames.org is our
Okay,
web.
maseniorgames.org.
Yep.
Very simple. You go there. Everybody goes to the web now.
Everybody goes to the web now.
You
We're on
you go on your
Facebook.
phone for crying out loud.
We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on LinkedIn. I think you can even go to YouTube and find some of our videos and stuff like that. Our presenting sponsor is Blue Cross Blue Shield. They have been amazing helping us get the word out, and I'm actually going to be doing a presentation in Dartmouth with one of the reps from Blue Cross Blue Shield to promote the games.
Well,
and just
they
make
want to
awareness.
keep everyone healthy because then it's cheaper for them.
Yeah, they get more money.
Right.
No, but and there's I can't even tell you, like they are so big promoting us. It's
Yep.
just it's so great. I can't say enough thank you to the Blue Cross Blue Shield because their name alone helps us be recognized as
Yes.
something important, and it's really a cool thing. And we're hoping to bring more sponsors on that can help us.
And maybe we'll be bringing something into Northbridge.
Would love it.
Yeah.
Would love
Who
it.
knows what's
Love to
going to
talk
happen?
to the
I mean,
community center and see
Yeah.
what we can do. Yeah.
Okay, we got to wrap it up.
Okay.
Thank you for coming in, Kathy, and we'll see you next week.
Okay.